What's up, YouTube? It's just Brandy, and let's talk love and hip hop. So everybody just about is still in Dominican Republic. Is that where they are? I think the Dominican Republic. No, Costa Rica. They're in Costa Rica. Yeah, Costa Rica, I think it is. One of them islands. So when we left last week, Yandy had just found out that Kimbella was allegedly talking about her kids and she wanted to go home or whatever. So it gets back to Kimbella that Yandy is feeling some type of way about comments that was said about her family. And Kimbella said, no, I didn't talk about her family, because what her kids are the kids that she gave birth to, Skylar and whatever the little son name is. That foster girl is not her child, and I was talking about that foster situation. So I wasn't talking about your kids. As far as that, I feel like that's what she was saying. Like, no, I wasn't talking about your kids. I'm talking about the one that you went and got. And all I said was, I hope it's for real, because you tend to do things for the look. And she didn't have no problem. Like she said, I mean, that's what she said. That is what she said. So Juju was like, oh, okay, well, it kind of didn't come back that way. It kind of came back more that you was just talking about her family in general, her kids in general, whatever. And so, you know, maybe we just need to clear that part up or whatever. So Kimbella like, I don't have no problems letting Yandy know what I said. And if she got a problem with it, she can come to me like a woman and say what she needs to say. So Juju like, oh, okay, so you want to have a conversation with Yandy? She like, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not here for the drama. Like, I got a lot of other things going on, which Yandy should understand. When Mendices was going to jail, you probably didn't have a lot of time for no foolishness either. Like, she knows that Jewel is about to go to jail. Like, everything else has been prioritized. That's priority number one. Everything else, as far as she is concerned, is real petty right now compared to what she's, you know, going through. So it's like, okay, yeah, we can have this conversation. So they like, you know, okay, I guess you're thinking like, okay, well, I need to figure out a way to set this up. So Jim is talking to the guys. They go shopping or whatever, and they kind of split. The girls go one way and the guys go another way, and they go do like a little surfing lesson or whatever. And Joe was kind of saying, because they passed a jewelry store where everybody, and Sam was talking about being proposed to. So Safari brings it up, I think, like, oh yeah, Sim was pointing out a ring or whatever. And so Joe was like, yeah, everything seems to be going good, so maybe I am ready to propose. So I guess he concocts a plan, like, oh, okay, yeah, I think I'm ready to propose. So while they're shopping, Kimbella has a conversation. She lets Sam know what the situation is with her and Yandy. Yandy and, what's her name, Maggie? They have a conversation. I feel like Yandy's still bitter that Kimbella is there. Okay. And then it all comes to a head when everybody was down, like having drinks, laughing, having a good time. So it was like seeing Juju, Kimbella, and Maggie. And Yandy comes down and she's mad basically that Maggie is having a good time with Kimbella. Like, I guess she one of them people, like, if you my friend, you can't be her friend. So Yandy is like, I don't want to be fake. Like, I don't want to be sitting laughing or whatever. I don't want to be fake. Like, I ain't messing with her, so I don't want to be around her. Which, okay, that's, you know, sometimes you be at that point. Like, I'm at that level of mad, I don't want to be around her. Or other times you can be at the level of mad where it's like, I don't really fool with her, but I can be around her and ignore her. She's not at the ignore stage yet. She's still at the I don't want to be around her stage. Okay, like, there's levels. So Yandy leaves and Kimbella is like, girl, it's that deep. Like, let me go have a conversation with Yandy so she can get out of her feelings. So she goes and knocks on Yandy's door so they can have a conversation. And the conversation doesn't have anything to do with children. we are back to the situation from, I feel like it's been 2 seasons ago, where Lil Mendeecees was having a birthday party. It was when all the baby mamas was on there. Erica and all the baby mamas was on there, and Mendeecees was having a birthday party. Kimbella showed up, and they was like, "What you doing here?" And she like, "I'm here with my kids." Like, I'm in Lil Mendeecees parties or whatever. We here for the party. Like, Yandy invited me. And Yandy was saying she didn't tell Kimbella to go up there. She didn't tell Kimbella to fight them. And Kimbella is like, "No, I went up there because you, first of all, how would I even know about the party if you didn't tell me?" Feel me? How would I even know about the party? Like, you gave me the information. You told me to go. Like, I was up there on the strength of you. I was up there defending you. I was up there to have your back. Like, we came together. This was your idea for me to go up there. Like, why are you trying to throw me under the bus? Like, I just went up there crazy. She like, "I want you to admit it, that you lied, and this was your idea for me to go up there." And she's like, Yandy still is sticking to her story, like, "No, that's not the case." So Kimbella like, "You a liar. You can't ever admit you wrong." Like, whatever. Like, she's mad. So she like, "Whatever. I ain't fooling with you. You want to look a certain way, so you not gonna say what it is, because that's gonna mess up your image. Like, oh, you was on that petty BS. So you rather throw me under the bus and let me take all the heat for the situation. But if we supposed to be friends, you wouldn't do me like that. Like, you would say, nah, that was us, not just her. It was us, and she would just have my back, because it was basically, what do Kimbella have to do with Mendeecees? Nothing. Her whole connection to the situation is you." So they are like arguing back and forth, and Yandy says, I left my kids for this. I left my kids for this. And Kimbella was like, "Well, maybe you need to go to your kids." Okay. So that was that episode. More fighting, more arguing, never just a good time. Even when you went on a Pretty Island, it was some beef between Safaree and Juju, where he got real hostile. Like, she was just saying he ain't a good friend or whatever. He was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and it's like, but you on my trip, but you want to be rude to me? Like, you could have stayed at home. Yo trip, VH1's trip, but whatever. So that was this episode. Next episode, Joe and Sin, I think, are gonna get into it, because Joe had called Remy, and Papoose like, "Oh, I'm ready to propose." And they was like, "Oh, we so proud of you." Like, and Remy like, "Oh, I got so many ideas," but it seems like the proposal is going to go out the window. They're going to get into it, have some issues, and have a setback for their relationship where they were making steps forward. Seems like they're going to take a couple steps back. So we will see what happens with that next week. Other than that, I think that's everything basically that happened on this episode. So that's my recap and my thoughts and opinions. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, and I will see you next week for my next one.